Welcome. In this lecture, I'm going to show you how to make particle-based explosion in Unity. First of all, we have to open Unity. So right now, we're going to create a project. We're going to name the project Explosion. And first thing we're going to do when we enter Unity, we're going to import a certain asset package. I'm going to import my asset package, which is basically modified Unity asset package for materials that I modified actually for this purpose. So you can see it attached in this course, and you can download it for free and make many explosions as I do right now from these materials. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna import package, custom package, explosion curves. Okay, and we're gonna import all of these factors right here. Right now, actually, we have all the sprites and materials. And right now we're not gonna do anything with it. We're just gonna leave it here. And the next thing we're gonna do, we need to create particle system. Creating new particle system, we need to go to game object section here, and we can go particle system and click it. We can also make particle system by clicking right click here in this section, but I prefer this way. And actually we're gonna rename this particle system by naming it explosion, for example. So this is going to be our basis particle system, our basis of our explosion. Okay, this is the most important part of our explosion. And right now we're gonna change some parameters. We're gonna change the material of this shape of this so it can look a little bit more like explosion. First thing we're gonna do here is we're gonna edit shape of it. So instead of having this cone shape going right there to the sky, we're gonna change shape to sphere, so we can have radial, we can have circular look, so our explosion would look much natural and better. So next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go to renderer setting here, and we're gonna attach material that we need. So right now we're gonna go to smoke material that we actually imported a moment before, and we're gonna set this material here. So right here we have changed material, and it looks slightly differently than before, having these white dots on the screen. So next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna change some parameters of this particle system that we made. So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna change lifetime. I'm gonna shorten their lifetime to 2 seconds. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna change the speed to, let's say we have different variables, so they can look much more naturally. So we have random between two constants. So let's say between 60 and let's say 200. Okay, so they have different speed. And also we need to change their size. For example, let's set their size to 10. Okay, so they can look bigger. And we don't need these much particles. We're just going to reduce number of particles to 100, but we need to increase the rate in order to get explosion effect. So we're going to set rate to, for example, 2000. So as you can see, we have explosion effect right here. But this is not yet final, because we need to, of course, add many more parameters. So next thing we're going to do, we're gonna make limit velocity over lifetime. So we're gonna limit velocity so they can be in the middle of explosion. But we have this constant and biggest explosion which presents nothing because we haven't edited our factors. So we'll go click here this button, and we need to set curve. So this right here parameter, it's slightly small, so we don't have any certain explosion, any certain particle flow. So we need to set this, for example, to 100. Okay, and let me show you. Let me just edit this curve. Double click here so you can edit this curve and to go this way. So now I'm going to show you how this explosion is going to look naturally. So this is how our explosion actually goes, and this is the start of our explosion. So next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna reduce time, and also we're gonna increase the size of these particles that we have right here. So we need to go size by speed and size over lifetime, right? We're gonna click size over lifetime, and we're gonna select curve. So I'm gonna implement my own variables right here. So you need to enter 3 here. You're gonna click here to the 0.8, and you're just gonna select this curve and set it to 1.5. Okay, and you're just gonna drop it a little bit here so it have natural look. So as you can see, we already have implemented some kind of explosion right here, but we need also to set any rotation, to get any natural look of this particle system. So we need to randomize rotation. So let's say we're gonna run between two constants, and we're gonna set minus 180 and plus 180, so it can make any full spin and look any more different and natural, of course. And we're gonna just set the color here. We need to change the color of this particle system, this explosion, so it can be a little bit more explosion like. So next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go to color over lifetime. So right now we're gonna change the color, and I'm sorry, we're gonna go lifetime. So we're gonna select this here, this color here. So selecting this color here, we actually have kind of what we wanted, but this is not the right material that I attached. I attached smoke material, but we don't really need smoke material. So we're gonna go to render, change smoke material to explosion material to see the difference. Okay, right now we have some kind of explosion right here. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna edit this a little bit here. So as you can see, we have this basic type of color. So right now we're gonna click this here, and we're gonna change the orange to maybe a little bit more orange, maybe a little bit more explosion like color. So we're gonna save this, close, and as you can see, we miss some details. There's too much unnecessary smoke from explosion. If explosion is really strong, we need to have more black smoke. So we're gonna change this here parameter, and I'm just gonna set it a little bit darker. So we're gonna go boom. This is perfect. This is kind of the perfect explosion. I'm just gonna set this a little bit to lighter effect. Okay. So we can see kind of fire here, and as the fire explodes, we have any certain object right here that we have some black smoke and everything that really consists one explosion that makes an explosion. So that would be it for this first part. Join us in the second part to show you how to create next objects, how to create sparks, rings, and everything that makes this explosion. See you in the next lecture, and thank you for watching.